If the threat is not resolved, approximately 25 to 30 seconds to closest point of approach, TCAS will advise the flight crew of the appropriate vertical maneuver necessary to maintain or increase separation. In this case, they are told to descend. For a TCAS resolution to be successful, the flight crew must respond to the TCAS recommended maneuver within 5 seconds while continuing to attempt to acquire the conflicting traffic visually. The maneuvering G-forces will be similar to those experienced when responding to an ATC clearance to climb or descend immediately. Flight crews are directed to limit their maneuvers in response to TCAS resolution advisories to the magnitudes necessary to comply with the advisory. If the flight crew's knowledge of the situation provides an alternative strategy for maintaining separation, they may proceed accordingly, even if the strategy does not conform to the maneuver generated by TCAS. However, because the maneuvers are coordinated when conflicts occur between two TCAS-equipped aircraft, flight crews are directed not to execute a maneuver in a direction opposite to that generated by TCAS. When a flight crew deviates from an assigned altitude in response to a TCAS resolution advisory, they should notify ATC as soon as practicable and return to the assigned altitude when clear of conflicting traffic. Unless specifically requested by ATC, subsequent reports regarding emergency deviation from an ATC clearance are not necessary solely because a TCAS event has occurred. The results of TCAS-2 flight tests indicate that the system should have minimal impact on normal ATC operations. However, during the initial implementation of TCAS-2, it is important that all problems can be identified, categorized, and the appropriate corrective action taken. We need you to participate by filling out this questionnaire whenever a TCAS-related event occurs. They will be used to validate the operational acceptability of TCAS in the National Airspace System. Two more important points. First, during the initial implementation of TCAS, all requests for direct routings, altitudes, etc. by TCAS-2 equipped aircraft should be handled using normal procedures. These aircraft should not be given any special handling. Second, controllers will not be held responsible for loss of separation and/or operational errors resulting from a flight crew maneuver in response to a TCAS-generated resolution advisory. However, controllers must immediately notify the area manager or area supervisor in charge of any TCAS-related event which results in an operational error or suspected operational error, unusually large numbers of resolution advisory reports, excessive deviations related to resolution advisories, or any condition or situation that may be hazardous or disruptive to the ATC system. This information is vital to allow program managers to evaluate each situation and pursue the appropriate corrective action where necessary. If you have suggestions for further improvements or comments on any aspect of the TCAS program, please do not hesitate to call the regional TCAS representative or the Air Traffic TCAS Program Coordinator at FTS 267-9340. Remember, the TCAS transition program is dependent on controller feedback. We want and need your input.